Sometimes the best adventures start with a little bit of mystery, you know? We were driving along this winding road, high up in the Swiss mountains. One minute we were surrounded by trees, and the next we were literally inside a cloud. Everything turned white and misty. It was like driving through a dream. You couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. Where are we going? Are we even on a road anymore? It was exciting. And then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the mist started to part. It was like a curtain opening on a magnificent stage, revealing something truly special. And there it was. Oh my goodness. Gandria. It didn't just appear. It sort of revealed itself, clinging to the side of a steep mountain, spilling right down to the bright blue water of Lake Lugano. The sun broke through the clouds and lit up the whole scene. It was a postcard. No, it was better than a postcard. It was real. The houses were all shades of terracotta, ochre, and warm stone, huddled together like old friends. Their roofs were terracotta tiles, glowing in the sunlight. It looked like a painting someone had imagined. A perfect little village, untouched by time. I just had to stop the car. I mean, you have to. You have to get out and just look. The air was so fresh and clean. It smelled of rain and damp earth and something sweet like flowers. Below us, the lake was a sheet of sapphire, so still and calm. Across the water, majestic green mountains rose straight up into the sky, their peaks still kissing the clouds. This first look at Gandria was pure magic. It was one of those moments where you just stand there, with a big, silly grin on your face, thinking, I can't believe a place like this actually exists. It felt like we had stumbled upon a secret. My heart was doing a little happy dance. You know that feeling? When you see something so beautiful, it makes you genuinely, deeply happy. This was it. I knew right then and there that this wasn't just another stop on the map. This was a destination. This was a place with stories. A place where you could slow down and just be. The promise of what lay ahead in those narrow, winding streets was irresistible. We had to go down there. We had to walk those paths and see what secrets this fairy tale village was waiting to share. The adventure was just beginning. Getting into Gandria is part of the magic. You park your car up on the main road and then you walk. That's it. There are no roads inside the village. No cars, no scooters, no noise. Instantly, the modern world just fades away. You start down a steep stone staircase, and with every step, you go further back in time. The only sounds are your own footsteps, the distant lapping of the lake, and the most incredible bird song. It's a symphony of peace. I love it. The silence isn't empty. It's full of the sounds of nature. The village is a maze of narrow alleys, twisting and turning and opening up into tiny squares. You can't help but get a little lost, and that's the whole point. Every corner you turn, there's a new surprise. A beautiful old wooden door. A stone archway covered in climbing roses. A little balcony overflowing with bright red geraniums. The houses are built right into the mountain, stacked on top of each other. They look like they grew right out of the rock. They're all connected by a web of staircases, tunnels, and covered passages. It's like a real-life Escher drawing. Everywhere you look, there is beauty. The stone walls are warm to the touch. Flowers bloom from every possible crack and crevice. There are pots of basil and rosemary sitting on windowsills. You can see the love and care the residents put into their homes. Looking up, you see snippets of blue sky between the rooftops. Looking down an alley, you get a sudden, breathtaking glimpse of the turquoise lake. The air smells so good. It's a mix of flowers, fresh laundry drying in the sun, and the clean, crisp scent of the lake. It's the smell of simple, beautiful living. Life here moves at a different pace. It has its own gentle rhythm. You see people sitting on their doorsteps, chatting with neighbors. An old woman waters her plants. A cat stretches lazily in a patch of sun. There's no rushing. There's no stress. This is what it's all about, right? Finding these pockets of peace in the world. Gandria is more than just a pretty place. It's a feeling. It's a reminder that you don't need much to be happy. Just a beautiful view, a quiet corner, and good company. And maybe some good food, but we'll get to that. This village isn't just beautiful. It has a past full of intrigue and adventure. For a long, long time, Gandria was a humble fishing village. But because of its location right on the border between Switzerland and Italy, it became something else. It became a smuggler's haven. Can you imagine? Under the cover of darkness, boats would slip silently across the lake. Men would carry heavy loads of salami, cheese, and cigarettes up these same steep, hidden paths we were now walking. They used the tricky terrain and the maze of alleys to their advantage, disappearing into the shadows. Walking through the village, you can almost feel those stories. The dark, covered passageways, called vault, suddenly make sense. They weren't just for shelter from the rain, they were perfect for hiding from the customs officers, the financieri. You can picture a tense game of cat and mouse playing out in these very streets. Someone whispering a warning from a high window, a secret knock on a hidden door. The whole village was in on it. It was a way of life, a way to survive. It adds this whole other layer of romance and excitement to the place. Today, of course, all of that is in the past. The only thing being smuggled now is maybe an extra slice of tiramisu in your bag for later. The village is the definition of calm and safety, but the history is still there, baked into the stones. The Swiss Museum of Customs, located just across the lake in a former border post, tells this whole fascinating story. You can even take a boat there. It's a reminder that even the most peaceful places can have a wild and dramatic history. It makes the tranquility of modern Gandria feel even more precious. Now, the secret paths are used for gentle hikes. The hidden coves are for sunbathing and swimming. The village has transformed from a place of secrets and shadows into a place of sunshine and openness. But when the sun sets and the old lanterns cast long shadows on the stone walls, you can let your imagination run wild. You can listen for the faint echo of a smuggler's footsteps or the quiet dip of an oar in the water. It's this blend of peaceful beauty and a swashbuckling past that makes Gandria so completely captivating. What a place! Okay, let's talk about the important stuff, the food. Because what is a beautiful village without beautiful food? In Gandria, we found a gem called Ristorante Antico. Finding it is part of the fun. You wind your way down through the village, following the signs until you feel like you're about to walk straight into the lake. And then, there it is. A gorgeous terrace built right out over the water. I'm telling you, the view from our table was insane. You're looking directly across the lake at the green mountains. Boats glide by. It's dinner and a show, and the show is just nature. The welcome is so warm. You feel like you're being invited into someone's home. And the food? Oh, the food. This is classic Ticino cuisine. It's the best of Switzerland and the best of Italy all on one plate. We started with a platter of local cheeses and cured meats. You can taste the quality. You can taste the tradition. Everything is simple but perfect. With a glass of crisp, local Merlot, sitting there in the sunshine, listening to the water. I mean, come on. Does it get any better than this? This is what I travel for. These moments. Then came the main course. I had to try the homemade pasta. It's a rule. It was a beautiful, simple dish with a fresh sauce that tasted like summer. My friend had the ossobuco, a classic slow-braised veal shank, and it was so tender it just fell off the bone. It came with a creamy polenta. It's hearty, soulful food. The kind of food that makes you close your eyes and just savor every single bite. This isn't fancy, complicated cooking. It's honest. It's delicious. It's made with love. You can taste it. And you can't leave without dessert. You just can't. Not when there's homemade tiramisu on the menu. And this was a tiramisu to remember. It was light, it was creamy, it was rich with coffee and cocoa. It was the perfect end to a perfect meal. We sat there for hours, sipping espresso, talking, laughing, and just soaking it all in. Ristorante Antico isn't just a place to eat. It's an experience. It's the taste of Gandria. It's the taste of happiness. If you go to Gandria, you have to go here. Tell them Phil sent you. They won't know who that is, but it's fun to say. After a meal like that, you need a walk. And guess what? Gandria has the perfect one. It's called the Olive Tree Path, or Sentiero dell'Olivo. This is not a strenuous mountain climbing hike. No. This is a lovely, gentle stroll along the edge of the lake. It connects Gandria all the way to the neighboring town of Castagnola, which is right next to Lugano. The path is beautifully maintained, sometimes paved, sometimes gravel, and it winds its way through ancient olive groves. The trees are old and gnarled, their silver-green leaves shimmering in the sunlight. The walk is so peaceful. On one side, you have the olive groves and the steep mountainside, dotted with beautiful villas and gardens. On the other side, you have constant, stunning views of Lake Lugano. The water is so clear, you can see the stones on the bottom. Little beaches appear in hidden coves, inviting you to dip your toes in. There are benches placed in all the right spots, so you can sit down, catch your breath, and just be mesmerized by the view. It's the perfect activity for anyone. Families with kids, couples, solo travelers, everybody loves a beautiful, easy walk. Along the way, there are information panels that tell you about the history of olive cultivation in the region. It's fascinating. You learn how they used to press the oil and how important it was to the local economy. It's a walk through nature and a walk through history at the same time. You pass by fig trees growing wild, their sweet scent filling the air. You hear the buzzing of bees and the chirping of birds. It's a sensory experience. You're not just seeing the beauty, you're smelling it, hearing it, feeling it. The path takes about an hour, maybe a little more if you stop for 1,000 pictures like I did. It ends in Castagnola, and from there, it's an easy walk or a quick bus ride into the center of Lugano. And the best part? After you've explored the city, you don't have to walk back. You can hop on one of the public boats. The boat ride back to Gandria is the perfect finale. Seeing the village from the water as you approach, with the sun setting behind the mountains, it's breathtaking. The olive tree path is more than just a trail. It's the perfect thread connecting the tranquility of Gandria to the vibrancy of Lugano. Just a short boat ride or a lovely walk away from Gandria is the city of Lugano, and it feels like stepping into another world. If Gandria is a quiet, timeless whisper, Lugano is a cheerful, sunny conversation. The moment you arrive, you feel this amazing Mediterranean vibe. There are palm trees in Switzerland. It messes with your brain in the best way. The sun seems to shine brighter here. The city wraps around a sparkling blue bay with promenades lined with flowers and benches, just begging you to sit and people watch. The culture here is a wonderful mix. You're in Switzerland, so everything is clean, efficient, and runs on time. The quality is top-notch. But you're in the Italian-speaking canton of Ticino, so there's this Italian flair for life. People are stylish. They take their time with their coffee. The language you hear all around you is the beautiful, melodic sound of Italian. The cafes are full of people chatting, laughing, and enjoying an aperitivo in the late afternoon. It's the Swiss organization combined with the Italian soul. What a combination! The food scene in Lugano is fantastic. You can find everything from high-end restaurants to charming little grottos tucked away on side streets. A grotto is a traditional Ticinese restaurant, often with outdoor seating under the trees, serving simple, rustic dishes. Think polenta, risotto, grilled meats. And of course, there is gelato. So much good gelato. You have to have at least one scoop a day. It's the law, I think. Walking through the city's elegant shopping streets, like the Via Nasa, you see beautiful Italian fashion next to famous Swiss watches. It's a wonderful contrast. But even with all its energy and style, Lugano never feels overwhelming. You can always find a quiet spot. Parco Ciani, right on the lake, is one of the most beautiful parks I have ever seen. It has immaculate lawns, incredible flower beds, and huge ancient trees, all with the lake and mountains as a backdrop. Lugano offers the perfect balance. You can enjoy the buzz of a sophisticated city, the shopping, the museums, the restaurants, and then, in just a few minutes, you can be back in the absolute peace and quiet of Gandria. It's truly the best of both worlds. So, why would you fall in love with Gandria? Let me count the ways. It's the peace. In a world that is so loud and so fast, this place is an oasis of quiet. The absence of cars changes everything. You trade the sound of traffic for the sound of church bells and water lapping against stone. You wake up in the morning, open your window, and all you hear are birds. It's a gift. It allows you to slow down, to breathe, to actually hear yourself think. The tranquility is the ultimate luxury. Then there's the beauty. It's everywhere. It's in the grand sweep of the mountains and the lake. But it's also in the little details. A perfectly tended rose bush, the color of a painted shutter, the way the light filters through a stone archway. It's a place that was built in harmony with its surroundings. It's a photographer's dream, but you don't need a camera to appreciate it. You just need to open your eyes and your heart. Living here, even for a few days, feels like living inside a work of art. And it's more accessible than you might think. You might look at a place this perfect in Switzerland and think, I can't afford that. But Gandria has these lovely, affordable guest houses. They are often family-run, cozy, and full of character. You can rent a small apartment with a balcony overlooking the lake and feel like a local. Waking up to that view, making your own coffee, and just sitting there watching the morning light on the water. That's $1 million experience that doesn't cost $1 million. The quality of life is incredible. So, I invite you to imagine it. Imagine yourself there. You've just finished a beautiful walk. You're sitting on a terrace with a glass of wine. The sun is warm on your face. You're about to eat some delicious homemade pasta. The friendly owner is telling you a story. There are no cars, no deadlines, no stress. There is only the stunning view, the gentle sounds of the village, and the feeling of complete and total contentment. This is Gandria. It's a hidden gem, a fairy tale, a perfect slice of paradise. And it's waiting for you. You should go. Really.